Broadcast starting. Broadcast starting. It's broadcast
Hooray!
starting. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. There's this guy that I was randomly on my list of people on Google Plus, and he's always talking about wrestling, and I'm like, I don't want to be like, hey, just listen to our podcast. So I'm gonna like passively aggressively just like post this thing on
You
my
should come
wall.
watch this hangout. You'd really like it. It doesn't involve me at all.
All right, How do I? It says shared with only you. Okay, here we go.
Thing what says links down in the corner.
Share this
You don't have
post.
the links.
Haha.
There you go.
Share this post. I think. Share this post. Add a comment.
Uh-oh. Your sound just cut out. Or did my sound just cut out?
Back?
There. Who?
Oh, what? Who? Where?
Okay, there you are.
Am I good?
What happened there?
Da 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 da.
Stop that. We're going to get sued.
Oh man. Let's get on with this wrestling thing.
Let's get this shit over with.
let's do it.
Hello, Sean.
We really do. We love this show. We really do so much. Has it shown over the last couple of weeks that we love the show this much?
Sean Marshall says, hello, gents.
Ah.
Hello, Sean Marshall.
I don't know if I call Adam a gent. I'd call him maybe a rapscallion.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Yo, Mud! All right. I'll get that out of the way.
Let's do this.
3, 2, 1. Oops, let me turn the TV down. I just wanted to fake you out.
I didn't click it.
That's good. So I wanted to turn the TV down a little bit because it's Sox Yankees, so I'm not going to turn it off.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it down.
Hey, it's Baghdad Invest saying, what's this all about? Because that's what they... Yeah, anyway. Let's go. Let's do it.
Episode 167 in 3, 2, 1, record. This week's episode of The Rundown is brought to you by Growing Up Bella. You think you... Oh, fuck it. I give up.
I wish you died in the womb. I saw that finally played back, and I laughed so much.
So terrible, but we'll get to that. Jerry Springer is going to be on Raw next week to host an intervention for the Bella Twins.
Oh, Lord.
One question. Why?
My question is, they're gonna have a guy from the '90s who was popular for people going crazy and showing their selves in different ways and yelling at people, and they're gonna show some, I think, a tennis player or something. Also,
why are they making us watch that? It makes me hurt everywhere.
Are you sure you're not just gassy?
Let's get to the rundown.
Ooh, yeah.
Ugh, fucking goddamn it! It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
What's with like the basketball player or whatever?
What?
The guy who's like the free agent or something that's going to be on Raw.
Michael Sam? He's a football player.
Oh, whatever.
And he's not going to be on Raw, thankfully.
Oh, okay.
I don't even want to talk about that because it's so fucking stupid.
Juan is on the side there.
Juan Manuel Meneses Mijares. Hello, what is this? And say my name, Juan Ma. Hello, Juan Ma.
Hello, Juan Ma. Hey, whatever. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
More anticipated than the next WWE Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah.
It's episode 167 of The Rundown. My name is Adam. I'm your host, and it is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2014. Joining me this week, the only man who can repair the damage done to the Bella family, which is why he's here instead of on Raw. Andy's here.
Yeah, I was going to be on Raw because, you know, a lot of the Quad City local people were all on the Raws. But I figure instead, I would just sit down with the Bellas. We had a nice little talk over Skype. I think we cleared some stuff out and up and out. That sounds gross. And up and I think that next week it's going to be all solved. Jerry's going to finish up for me. It's going to be good.
A little colonic party with the.
Yeah, I mean a little ass douching and we're good to go.
I'd say ass douching is the early front runner, but I'm not sure I can make that the title of the podcast.
Sure you can.
Sean chiming in already. Juan Manuel Meneses Mijares is the rundowns. Armando Alejandro Estrada.
Good old Juanma. I like Juanma. Whatever happened to that one guy that randomly emailed me all the time and then? How is the weather? I'm in Florida. How is the weather? I missed that guy.
There was our Italian friend who never came back, and then there was that other guy who called us faggots and left. There was that guy. We get a lot of random people on the side here. Sal, who is here this week.
Kind of like the Bellas douching. Anyway,
why Jerry Springer? Because it's week 1 for Monday Night Football, and Vince is going for a desperate move to not lose viewers. You know what would help not lose viewers? Watchable storylines. We have 438 likes on Facebook. That's up 1 from last week. And 150 followers on Twitter, up 2 from last week.
Our Twitter is just engorged. It's amazing. It's throbbing. It's
saying words.
Pulsing. It's full of blood.
Stop saying words.
Adam, is it time to rewind already?
It's not. Official listener, Mike Deal still owes me $10 from 3 weeks ago.
Hey, Mike. He's going to get angry, and he won't like Adam when he's angry. He gets whiny. He does.
Nima Azar, $5, no book. Troy Bozen, $15 and a book. Aaron Glass, $25 and 2 books. And our new official listener reclaiming his place at the top of the leaderboard because he finally paid me for SummerSlam. Glenn Morton with $35 and a book.
The Viper Glenn D. Morton is back on top.
The apex bettor, Viper Glenn D. Morton, is back on top of the list.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Now, you may ask your question again.
Adam, could you just do me a favor? I can't quite reach the spot back here. Can you rewind for me and scratch it?
Not yet. Let's go to the side. Sean says Andy's living room may have actually been louder than that Des Moines crowd at Raw, fucking corn eaters.
Hey! I like my corn.
Yeah, but you didn't go to Raw. Why didn't you go to Raw? It was in your state.
It's 3 hours away. Iowa is a long state. I wasn't going to travel 3 hours and I had to go to work the next day.
Let's rewind.
And pay for that. Yeah! What? I heard if you play this segment backwards, you actually get you can actually summon demons.
But you don't want to summon wolves. That's a whole other story. Anyway, on NXT, the Ascension defeat some jobbers. I didn't get their names because they didn't give their names. Bailey pins Sasha. Bull Dempsey pins Angelo Dawkins, and the team of Tyson Kidd and Tyler Breeze defeats Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville. In story mode, the Ascension promise to beat whoever wins the tag tournament. Of course they do. William Regal is your new NXT general manager. He tries to make Neville versus Breeze 2 for TakeOver, but when Zayn and Kidd interrupt as well, Neville asks for a fatal 4-way and gets it. So that's your main event of TakeOver 2. Bailey is ready to be NXT Women's Champion. Charlotte says she's too nice to be champion.
Aww. That's so sad.
All rundown donations go to the Adam Jr. Diaper Fund. No, all rundown donations go to keeping this show on Podomatic for $9.99 a month. And
wait. How much is that a month?
And also my Netflix.
How much is that a month?
Out of my PayPal too.
That sounds like the exact same price of a different monthly service given to you by the WWE Network.
I think that
is that $9.99? Juan Ma says, "Ja."
I think that's ha ha ha.
I know.
I think that's ha ha ha.
Yeah, because the J is ha. It's like a cat
I worry. I worry for Juan's safety in the comments section on this show. I have a feeling things are getting a little bit racisty by the end of the episode.
I walked by the Spanish teacher's room today, and I said like 2 words in Spanish, and she got so excited with me. That's how excited non-English speakers are when anyone American knows anything in Spanish.
Well, especially
it's
where
a
you
sad
are.
state of affairs.
Especially where you are.
Right. It's the middle of nowhere.
Your state is nothing but white people and corn.
It pretty much is.
Me gusta la caliente gato agua. Juan Manuel Meneses Mijares treats you as his personal joke jukebox. Dance, monkeys! I will not dance. I can't dance. I'm white.
All right.
Did you watch NXT?
I didn't.
Good God.
I'm sorry. I have this job thing. All right. I watched Raw.
You watched half of Raw.
I watched with some of the good parts taken out.
Sean Marshall says, I spent $9.99 recently. Yes, he did. Sean Marshall signed up for the WWE Network to watch the Monday Night War, and that is well worth the purchase, I must say.
It's really awesome.
It really awesome. I watched the last 2 episodes over the last 2 nights. So the one about the NWO and the one about not DX, the one about the beginning, the birth of the Attitude Era. I haven't watched the DX.
Yeah,
one.
I watched the DX one last night. It was really good. It was a nice way to reminisce and look back at how awesome DX really was.
Agreed. And I noticed one thing, and I posted this on our Facebook page, and our official listener, Glendy Morton, posted about it too. Because on the Attitude, the birth of the Attitude Era episode, they show the whole Pillman has a gun segment.
Yeah.
And when Austin gets to Pillman's house, the outside of Pillman's house in Kentucky is this huge house with these huge front doors and 2 stories and big, huge windows. And then he goes around back and he comes in through the back door, and it's this tiny-ass kitchen living area with a drop ceiling and the ugliest fucking walls I've ever seen. So I don't know what the hell happened to Brian Pillman's house when Steve Austin walked around to the back door, but goddamn, there was a change there.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
The only thing I could think of, like I said on Facebook, was that maybe it's a finished basement, but Jesus Christ.
Right.
Sal.
Oh my God.
That's true. Do you guys know there's a new
true.
WWE shirt?
I just found it.
$9.99 per month on it. Not kidding. That's all it says.
I am going to link it right now on the Facebook for people. So if you have not seen this, I'm going to link it right in a second while you talk.
SmackDown. Roman Reigns defeats Bray Wyatt by disqualification. Seth pins RVD. Paige makes Emma tap. Jack Swagger loses to Alexander Rusev by submission. Jimmy Uso pins Stardust, then gets the crap kicked out of him. Sheamus pins Damian Mizdow. And Roman and the Pounds of Justice defeat the Wyatt family. In story mode, AJ brings Paige chocolates. Paige eats one and spits it out. Bo Dallas throws a towel in the ring to distract the referee and prevents Swagger from breaking out of the accolade, then gives him an uplifting speech and a bow dog. And do we need to talk about Damian Mizdow, because that seems to be an actual thing now?
I saw it on Raw because actually they showed that segment of him as his body double or stunt double, and I thought that was hilarious.
It's an interesting gimmick. My one problem isn't the stunt double supposed to look like the person they're doubling for?
Yeah, but he's just not a very good stunt double.
He certainly is losing all the time.
Exactly.
I don't know yet if I like the gimmick or not. Because I don't know where it's going to. I don't see where it's going to go from here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll last for just a couple weeks, and then they'll move on from there.
Yeah, the one thing that they teased on Main Event, because they opened up, we'll get to it in a second, they opened up Main Event with Mizdow TV, is that Dolph said something and Miz teased, oh, maybe I'm just playing Miz until he wins the Intercontinental Championship, and then I'm going to beat him for it. But why would you give that away, first off?
Right.
Why would you say that, even if he's not there? Why would you say that out loud on TV?
Because no one will see it. He's not there at the moment.
No one will see it. It's on the network. But still, I don't.
No one's watching the network, Adam. You know that's why they're shilling it so bad.
I am intrigued by the character, but I don't see where it could go. I don't see the growth opinion in it.
Sorry, I'm intrigued by the comments on the site. But anyway, we'll get there.
We'll get to it. Let's do that now. Juan Manuel Meneses Mijares says, what's your opinion about the iPhone 6? Wrong show. Jamie J-Ro, hello, new listener. Jamie J-Ro says, Brock Lesnar, 3-year or 4-year title reign? 10-year title reign for Brock Lesnar.
No. Hopefully over in 2 weeks title reign. I would be okay with over in 2 weeks title reign.
We'll talk about him later. Sal says that Monday Night War show is friggin' awesome. Yes, it is.
It is.
And Sean, they asked the new German announce team if they subscribe to the WWE Network. They responded, 9. So,
well played.
Yeah, Sean's good at
that. Did you know the T-shirt on WWEshop.com is $9.99 as well?
Yes, it is.
That is fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's
so Raw, where Mizarro defeats Sheamoth after a distraction by Damien Mizdow. No one wins in the Total Divas match, literally. Was that match on your Hulu?
No, yes it was.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They put that, they put the shittiest shit on there. They put that because they want to promote Total Divas.
Ugh. The Pounds of Justice defeat the Wyatts by disqualifications. Jack Swagger makes Curtis Axel tap out. Adam Rose pins Titus O'Neil.
That wasn't on there.
Alexander Rusev taps out Zack Ryder. Goldust pins Jimmy Uso.
That wasn't on there.
And Roman, Cena, and Jericho defeat the Authority. In story mode, Hunter is we opened the show with the highlight reel, which seemed kind of pointless given what happened on the segment. But Hunter is second-guessing Cena's rematch and books a Teddy Long special for your main event of all 6 men who came out to interrupt the highlight reel. We have to sit through Growing Up Bella. Again, the less said about that, the better. I didn't hate the Growing Up Bella segments. I didn't hate them. I thought it was at least interesting. I like when they infuse real life-ish stuff into it. I like it. Because this is not real life. This is not real life because they are the worst fucking actors I have ever seen in my life.
Okay.
And I did drama in high school. All right?
No, I trust me. I've seen far worse actors than that. Have you ever seen a Keanu Reeves movie?
Whoa.
So there you go. I know Kung Fu.
Oh no, I don't know why that's what that was kind of half Keanu, half Bad News Barrett. I'm not sure what
I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you.
I know Kung
Fu, and you're gonna get your ass kicked. Oh God.
Hey, Troy's here. All right, fantastic. Where was I? Okay. Bo Dallas brings in some Americans who were hurt by Jack Swagger's loss at SummerSlam.
Who are SCW wrestlers, by the way.
Except
wrestlers.
Well, one of them was. Except one of them's not an American. The Bunny attacks Heath Slater. But that wasn't on your Hulu, was it?
Nope. Missed that.
Mark Henry continues to threaten Rusev.
Yeah, we had that.
Stephanie grants Nikki a title shot. This brings out Brie, AJ, and Paige. And
that was such an odd segment.
And nothing good happens.
Wait, can I comment on one thing that I noticed on that segment?
Yeah.
Well, there are 2 things in particular, but the one that stands out was when Nikki Bella and Stephanie were talking, and Stephanie says, "Nikki, you are the face of the Divas division." And I thought about it for a second, and I thought to myself, wouldn't that technically make Brie also the face of the Divas division? Like, don't you think? Like, because, they basically look the same. So, there's that. I thought that was funny. So, there you go. Hey, that's my contribution to Raw.
Yeah, where was I? Yeah, that was terrible. Terrible. Leave me alone! Go away!
That was terrible.
Just quit!
You're such a quitter!
Shut up.
Go! And then she gets knocked into Paige, and then there's that awkward moment between
Paige has to prevent the title from falling off the edge of the ring so AJ can pick it up and skip around with it and get yelled at by Stephanie for no reason whatsoever.
That was a little odd. That whole segment was a little odd, I suppose.
Next week on Raw, Jericho versus Bray Wyatt in a steel cage, right? And post-match, the Dustbusters attack Jey Uso's knee some more. Title shot, please.
Yeah.
Again, so was the highlight reel on your Hulu version?
Highlight reel was on there.
Why did Jericho have to be there for that?
He didn't, but he was a part of the match, I suppose. So there's that.
16 beats of the Bowery. Is that a record? I think that might be a record.
I think that might be, actually. That's a lot.
Michael Sam's open invitation to Monday Night Raw next week. Oh God, the less said about that, the better. That was kind of a snoozer.
So what's the deal with that, like,
I don't
hockey
think you heard
player?
me. I
Like,
said the less said about that, the better.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like why is he a free agent in hockey? Like, isn't the hockey season not even started right now? Is that even going on? Like,
Are you doing that on purpose? Because I think you're doing that on purpose.
I don't know.
First it was baseball, now it's hockey. I told you it was football.
Like Mexican football. Juanma, tell me, is he a football player? Help me out.
He is the first openly gay player in the NFL.
Oh.
He was cut by the Rams during preseason training last week.
Okay.
So they invited him to Raw for no goddamn reason.
Okay.
And now he's going to sign with the Dallas Cowboys, so he can't come to Raw, which is good because God knows what they would have done to him on Monday Night Raw next week.
I don't know.
That was kind of a snoozer of a Raw.
Did you see my favorite part at the very end when John Cena, like after the match is over, he grabs the sign from that fan, and he comes in the ring and it has like his logo on it, but then he holds it up and it's the opposite side of the sign, and it says "Tag me in." And I know that like it was the whole thing with him in the match, but I think he really thought that he was holding up the sign with his logo on it, and it just looked really silly at the end of the show, and I laughed for like 5 minutes.
Sean pointed out to me that Cena spent most of the match begging to be tagged in. Then when he got tagged in, he did like 3 moves and tagged out.
Yeah, that was odd. That was a lot.
All right. To the side, this recap brought to you by What Hulu Showed Me by Andy.
It's true. It's so true, Troy.
Sean says, Michael Sam is openly invited to Raw. I'm so glad he can't make it because, goddamn, I don't know what they had planned, but I bet it was awful.
Well, I imagine they were going to set up like a golf tee in the middle of the ring, and they were going to have him practice like golf. Because that's what he does, right? He's a golf player.
He plays polo.
Okay. Johnny Polo?
Polo pony. Yes.
Johnny Polo? Yes. It's amazing.
Sal says, and Brock will have a shirt saying, Eat, Sleep, Conquer Bruno Sammartino. Not how you spell Sammartino, Sal. I would have thought better of you. Jamie has a link to apparently the leaked script.
I went to it and it doesn't show up. It you see like the small versions of it. So apparently someone already took it down. Like WWE probably freaked out.
And Sean says, this week on Jerry, my evil twin sister tried to strangle me in the womb with my umbilical cord. Or her umbilical cord. Somebody's umbilical cord. Anyway. Did you see the picture that Justin Roberts posted on Instagram of him on the Jerry Springer Show?
No.
It's pretty amazing.
He was on the Jerry Springer Show?
Apparently he was on the...
For what?
It doesn't have the title of the show below the Jerry Springer.
Was there like a angry naked fat woman like beating on him or something?
I don't know. It's just a picture of him.
That's very weird.
Looking rather Guido-esque, I'm not going to
lie. Well, yeah.
Like the big shirt.
It's on the Jerry Springer Show in the 90s.
Open collar, the gold chain. Yeah. It's on Justin Roberts' Instagram. I
wonder if anyone is if he's answered any questions about what the theme was.
Main event.
Yeah.
Dolph pins Mizdow. Summer Lay defeat Natalya and Rosa Mendez. Brought to you by Total Divas. This included a wardrobe malfunction by Rosa Mendez, but not the good kind.
Oh.
What? They were outside the ring. She was up on the apron. Layla went to pull her back to the floor, grabbed the back of her tights, and I don't know if you want to call it an anti-wedgie, but pulled basically and just showed her bare ass to the camera. And the network cut to black for a second. Anyway,
real quick, I don't know if this statistic is true, but it sounds true. I saw it somewhere just recently. Apparently, Rosa Mendez has been employed since 2008, but he has never won a singles diva match.
That's what my comment was when I opened the show last week.
Was it? I missed that.
More victories to our credit than Rosa Mendez.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I forgot about that.
Of the rundown. And the Dustbusters defeat Carmen and Diego. What about drinking?
I said I don't remember things. That's what I said.
It's a good thing you're a teacher. And the Dustbusters defeat Carmen Fernandiego. Story mode. Mizdow TV opened the show because the Miz is supposedly filming the new Fast and Furious movie. So Damien Mizdow took over the Miz TV hosting. They announced the Intercontinental title match for Night of Champions, Miz versus Dolph, and not much else. Let's talk about the Dustbuster heel turn because I have an interesting idea for this, which means it won't possibly happen.
Well, yeah, that means there's no way that could possibly happen.
Right, but here's what the fuck is that? Is that Bart Simpson?
It's Bart Simpson. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's Bart Simpson. You're cool.
Sure.
Good.
Here's the Ninth Doctor.
They should go on adventures together.
Now that we've got random Legos and fake Legos out of the way, the Dustbuster heel turn. The big thing over the past few weeks is that they're looking for the Cosmic Key. The Cosmic Key is possibly referring to the Tag Team Championships. Here's my thought, and this is something that will never happen, is once they win the Tag Team titles and gain access to the Cosmic Key, their faces. When they lose the Cosmic Key, they're heels again.
That's interesting, actually. I could see that working. But as you said, it probably will never happen because that would be a good idea.
Similar. The only thing I've seen similar to that was right when the brand split first happened, and the Undertaker was the undisputed champion, and he was a face on Raw but a heel on SmackDown.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Sal says, speaking of Guido-esque, Sammartino. I should have known better. My apologies. You should apologize, for God's sakes.
I don't get it.
He spelled Sammartino wrong, and he's Italian. You know what comes next?
Listener mail.
Listener mail!
Yay!
Here, okay.
Voicemail?
Shit, that made a noise. Let's try that again.
What the hell?
I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb.
I'm surprised there wasn't the ESPN thing.
Shut up.
Ba-da-ba.
Damn.
Openly gay croquet player.
Croquetist.
appears on Raw. Sorry, continue on.
Coquettish croquetist. God damn it. That would have been so much better if I'd been able to say it correctly.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hey, buddy. It's Bogdan from Moldova. I call in to give my review of the Monday Night War. For my money, it was too depressing, with too much violence and too much fighting, and in between the fighting, too much raving. I should also point out I am talking about the actual Monday Night War, which broke out in Moldova this past week, not the program on WWE Network. Still cannot get because not available on VCR. I lost 7 sons in Monday Night War, and 3 more missing their limbs, and very bad indeed, because the smell starting to attract the weasels, and in Moldova this can be fatal, because in Moldova the weasels carry measles. But we are happy that we can watch a WWE Raw show through window in Radio Shack, and very happy about this. We are big fans of Belos and Usos because there is much human cloning going on here in Moldova as well, thanks to radiation. Very happy. Keep up good work. And if you ever decide to slaughter the raccoon, please send us the delicious tail meat. Thank you.
How dare you?
Can we have a moment of silence?
How dare you?
I'm sorry. I'm
How
sorry.
dare you laugh.
Well, I'm going to rectify it. Let's have a moment of silence. Let's have a moment of silence for Bogdan and all the death of his entire family. Just a moment of silence.
And you laugh.
Shut up, silence.
7 deaths and you laugh.
Shh.
You're a horrible person.
Shut up. We love you, Bogdan. All right. Well, yeah, that's
watch out.
topical.
Watch out for the weasels.
I mean,
weasel measles. Watch out for the weasel measles.
Is that like how? Is that kind of like my syringes full of well, whatever it was, double pneumonia?
It's like bananas in pajamas, but a lot darker.
Oh, you know, I hear they're coming down the stairs.
The weasels.
And they don't even clean up after themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Gross. Anyway.
The weasels with measles are pooping on your stairs.
Well, that's odd. All right.
Yeah, buddy. This is the Rundown's quintessential Guido, the beast from the east side of Boston himself, Tommy Montesanti.
Yeah.
And this week, Raw came to you live
from the state of Iowa, where I know Andy and his little butt buddy Seth Rollins are from. So we're going to count down the top 5 things to do in Iowa. Number 5, scratch yourself. Number 4, drink till you pass out. Number 3, marry your sister. Number 2, watch wrestling. And number 1 thing to do in Iowa is write a chapbook full of poetry. Bada bing, bada boom, bada best for business.
Would that be Chasing Distant Horizons, a chapbook of poetry by me?
Not till the end.
Do it again. Sorry. All right.
Sean says, I like that Bogdan from Moldova. I hope he calls in at least 5 times per week until his appearances take up the majority of the show.
Oh, God, that would be, considering how we're almost at the news and it's only a half an hour, we may need 5 calls from Bogdan from Moldova.
The weasels with measles are coming down the stairs. All right. Are you ready?
I don't know. I mean, let me go ask my sister wife if she will let me do this podcast for another hour.
If she's not too busy scratching herself.
It's okay. She might be passed out from drinking already.
That list
but I know for a fact
that list cannot possibly be accurate because it did not mention eating corn anywhere.
But it did mention chapbooks
or farming or not a chapstick.
Not chapstick.
Showdown.
Wait, what?
Showdown.
You son of a bitch! You sly SOB! You got one for us? Let's do this.
Hell?
You little scamp! You.
All right, so
you little weasel.
Stop talking. I am not a weasel. I do have measles. Not a measle weasel. 2 weeks ago, we finished up the Rundown Showdown to determine the best of the Undertaker's opponents.
Shawn Michaels.
WrestleMania. That was won by
Shawn Michaels.
Edge, wasn't it?
HBK.
No, it wasn't. No, HBK got knocked out, and it's your fault. HBK got knocked out in the semifinals because everybody decided, I just want Edge to get 1 vote. Everybody gave their 1 vote to Edge. Anyway. So the next Rundown Showdown, as we have discussed in the past couple weeks.
Oh, you froze there, buddy. Oh no, he's frozen. He's totally done for. So either he's frozen or my internet's dead.
Accumulating in the let's call it the current era of WWE. So the Raw and SmackDown era.
Okay.
Of WWE. I culled the top 16 from the list that had been assembled. There, I had to cut I think 4 out. I had 20 on my list, and I whittled it down to the top 16. So the first matchup in the Rundown Showdown for worst moment or worst anything from Raw or SmackDown in the past however many years. The number 1 seed, brand new to the list, and number 1 to the top with a bullet, the number 1 seed, Nikki Bella's heel turn, versus the number 16 seed, JR's ass surgery. Remember that? How what?
How is Nikki Bella's heel turn the worst thing? Worst segment on Raw?
It has provided the worst fucking television I've watched in recent Raw history.
I would disagree, but we'll see what the fans say.
My tournament. Anyway, remember JR's ass surgery?
Unfortunately.
Remember when they cut to a pre-tape of a dude wearing a JR mask and there was a doctor pulling things out of his ass?
Yeah.
Including the ultimate item that they pulled out of his ass, which was, of course, his own head.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Versus, as I said, the current Nikki Bella heel turn, which has provided the worst fucking television I have seen in recent history on Monday Night Raw. Including, as we mentioned a couple weeks ago, the Bella School of Acting, which teaches you to emote by yelling the last word of your sentence. Speaking of which, in a Bella Twins, over the next few weeks, I want to play the Bella Twins drinking game. Every time Nikki Bella says, you know what? Well, you know what? Drink. Not a shot, not a can. I'm going to say bottle, because that'll be enough to forget that this entire thing is happening. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to post the link on Facebook and Twitter, and you will vote like we always do. And we will determine which one wins, the Nikki Bella heel turn or JR's ass surgery, to move on to the second round.
Oh, I like Sean's comment on the side there.
Iowa will be predominantly featured in the new season of The Bachelor because the guy was born on an Iowa farm. So I've heard from the Macho Dude websites. Might have been Motor Oil, Buffalo Wings, PussyCadillac.com. Sean says, Nikki Bella's heel turn happened at SummerSlam, not on Raw. Your list is invalid already. Cock, no, because as I have mentioned, it provided the worst TV on Raw in history, including Growing Up Bella and that bullshit. That was that 10-minute goddamn segment that happened this week.
Hey, Sean, let's vote for the JR one just to piss Adam off.
Whatever, I don't care. Go fuck yourself. They have corn in Iowa? Wow, who knew? They could have fields of watermelons for all I know. Do they grow watermelons in Iowa?
Well, I know a couple people who have grown watermelons. It's not like the crop or anything, but
fields of watermelons.
But I've seen watermelons grown here, as far as you can see.
Those famous Iowa watermelon farms.
Yes. Oh yes. I live right by one. Sometimes I run out and I steal one.
Nikki Bella's, you know what, is every male performer's, the fact of the matter is.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Jamie.
Very true.
I say drink every time she says, you know what? And you'll be dead by the end of the segment, which is good, because then you won't have to watch it anymore.
Oh.
On the news this week.
Whoa!
Update from last week. Sin Bodhi posted the following on his Facebook today. It's been updated all week, but this is the most recent update, so we'll just talk about this one. Update on Jake the Snake Roberts. Great news. Docs took Jake off ventilator way earlier than expected. He is kicking ass on his spirometer breathing tests. If he keeps up this pace, he will not need to go back on the ventilator, so everyone please cross your fingers. Jake finally can speak for the first time since last Wednesday. Late last night, while still ventilated and unable to speak, one of the male nurses took a bandage off of Jake's neck where they have tubes for his meds. It was so unpleasant to Jake, he wrote on the pad that they gave him 3 letters. Can you guess what those 3 letters are?
DDT?
DDT. Even though Jake is off the ventilator for the time being, he will be monitored for 24 to 48 hours before the doctors decide if it is safe to keep him off. Once Jake could speak, he wanted steak, milkshakes, eggs, and donuts. He is only allowed to get his nutrients from intravenously for the time being. Jake even joked that he would do anything for a donut if he had to. The nurses still said no donuts, to which Jake replied with one of his favorite gestures. I think he was trying to say, "You're number 1," but I could be wrong. One of Jake's sons flew in to help out, but Jake insisted I show him a good time while he rests tonight. So, zombie burlesque, here we come. So there you go. There's your Jake Roberts health update. Glad to hear he is doing well.
Well, and still surly. Very surly. Surly old man.
Sal says, I misseated Nikki's heel turn. I may have. It's a heat of the moment thing because it's just pissing me off so much because it's so goddamn bad. We'll see what happens. And Sean says, I'm in favor of Nikki Bella continuing to say, you know what, as long as she then goes on to say chicken butt immediately afterwards.
Fantastic.
Wow. 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 So good on you, Jake. We're glad that you Next.
Oh, man. Ooh-ah-sha-sha.
And finally this week.
All right. I still got daylight to run, so I'm happy.
I had one news story going into checking the news before we started tonight, and here's the other one that I got while checking the news tonight. Many people have been wondering how WWE plans to proceed with Brock Lesnar as WWE World Heavyweight Champion. As everyone is well aware, or should be well aware, Lesnar's contract includes a limited schedule, which led to speculation that he would only be used on a few pay-per-views before WrestleMania. Now, it is being reported that Lesnar's deal has been restructured now that he's champion, which allows the company to book him for Raws and pay-per-views as needed. Hooray.
Yeah, but as needed doesn't necessarily mean that he'll actually be there.
The new deal allows the company to increase Lesnar's dates on a prorated basis and pay whatever the new per-date price is, or they can just use him on only the few shows that his original deal allows for. This means the company is more able to work on the fly with Lesnar and has more flexibility in how he is used. It is important to note that this does not mean that Lesnar will be booked for every pay-per-view. Paul Heyman made pointed comments before SummerSlam suggesting that the company might be better off using Lesnar sporadically as champion to increase the value of title defenses and Lesnar's appearances. Now, if only they would learn that lesson permanently and not have 14 pay-per-views a year. Anyway, your thoughts on Lesnar's new contract that allows for more appearances?
Here's my question. If you have to restructure all that just to like get him to show up on certain events and pay this guy more when you obviously are having issues with regards to the budget, why are you wasting on a piece of trash like him who honestly probably doesn't give two shits about the company and just rather is trying to rework it so he can get as much money as possible out of this deal and not give it to someone who actually cares about the company and will actually work for it? That's what I want to know.
America?
Not cynical at all. America.
Yeah, usually I'm the cynical one on this show. What the hell happened to you this week?
Yeah. Well, that's because Lesnar's a douchebag who I have no use for. They fucked up the main event of SummerSlam, which I am not letting go, by the way.
Apparently.
I'm not going to let that go because you don't take the main event of something like that and turn it into a squash match. And now they're trying to repair it as much as they possibly can, and I don't know. It just angers me. It angers me that they care about this guy at all. He's worthless. He's worthless. Absolutely worthless. 100% worthless. I have no use for him. And most people, I think, that have a brain and really think about it, will have no use for him either.
I don't mind him.
Mic dropped. Boom.
Which apparently makes me a moron. You can't drop your mic. It's also your headphones. All right, Andy's gone. Oh, shit, he's back.
Ha! Ha! Talk your shit. Talk your shit. Hey, sorry.
Sal says, ouch, poor Jake. He gets sober and gets double pneumonia.
You know what the moral of that is? Never be sober. It makes you ill.
Jamie says, sounds like Brock has Vince over a barrel, which is something I would pay $9.99 a month not to see.
I love this guy, Jamie.
Sal, I don't know if it's a dude or not. I can't tell. That's one of those pat names. That's one of those androgynous names. I don't know the gender of the person because there's no picture. So we'll just say, thanks, you. Sal says, what the fuck? That's the news? Yes, that's the news. It's a slow news week. And Juan Manuel Meneses Majares says, no, 7U7. I don't know what that means. So, yeah.
Huh.
What does it?
I think Jamie's a guy.
The over-under for Night of Champions is 19.5 German suplexes. Wow. Total or just by Brock? That's the question.
If that match is not competitive, I might be done with the network. Anyway, continue on.
But I need it.
I'm serious.
I'll have to start mooching off of Marshall.
You fucking mooch.
I can't afford to pay for it myself. I have a child coming.
Yes.
That sounds really bad out of context, by the way. Don't Google that. Don't Google that.
Oh Lord, let's get to the plugs.
Sal says one last news story. The Wrestling Observer is reporting at this hour that CM Punk's lawyers sent a 22-page letter to WWE over royalties and their use of his likeness. Well, maybe we'll talk about that next week.
Oh, interesting.
We'll see what happens.
CM Punk the dick.
That does it for the rundown for this Wednesday, September 3rd, 2014. 177 days since the Usos won the WWE Tag Team Championship. VCW Superstar Showdown, Saturday, September 13th at Gillis Field in Medford, Massachusetts. For more details, go to VCWLivewire.com.
Yeah.
Proceeds to benefit the Medford Little League.
Yeah, Little League.
APW Overload, Saturday, September 20th at the APW Arena at the Newbury Fire Hall in Newbury, Massachusetts.
Overload.
For more details, go to AtlanticProWrestling.com. Lucky Pro Wrestling. Are you Macho Man? What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, yeah! Lucky Pro Wrestling presents Macho Madness.
Lucky Pro Wrestling presents Caged Mayhem in Hudson, Massachusetts on Friday, September 26th.
Friday.
Go to luckyprowrestling.com.
Friday,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Friday.
Mania 2, Saturday,
Elkmania.
September 27th. Go to
27th.
elkmania.com or search for Elkmania 2 on Facebook. And Liberty States Wrestling returns Saturday, October 4th.
October 4th, man.
McCarthy Elementary School.
Elementary.
Peabody,
Dear
Massachusetts.
Watson, yeah.
On December 16th, Scott County Wrestling presents Arm Bar Mitzvah.
Arm Bar Mitzvah,
I don't know why that's all the
yeah.
way out in December, Sean, but what are you going to do?
Ooh,
You got
that's no
anything?
good.
You got anything?
No.
Okay. Sal says the 22-page letter mainly concerns him being featured in the 2K15 video game. That's interesting. He probably would have agreed to that at some point. And Jamie is a dude. You are correct. Dude, brother Jack. I don't know who
Yeah,
Jack is, but
Jack
there
the
you go.
brother dude. Oh,
So,
yeah.
fucking, we're punchy already. It's only
Get through this. Yeah.
Stop macho manning around, and maybe we
We'll quit
will.
laughing like a pussy bitch and do it. Yeah. Love you. Yeah.
So fuck yourself. Yeah. Follow us on Twitter at Rundown Podcast. I live tweet Raw and sometimes SmackDown, and we both end up live tweeting the pay-per-views.
Yeah. Pay-per-view.
Your feedback. Send your
Special
right back
event.
theme song, send your catchphrase suggestions, send your fake sponsors, send your real sponsors, send your Doctor Who creator wrestler templates for Pertwee through Capaldi.
Ooh,
Send
Capaldi.
your questions for me to answer on YouTube.
Inside a
Send your-
Dalek.
Send your that was a good episode. Send your
That was
dear
really good.
WWE letters. I am now picturing Macho Man watching Doctor Who, and that's hysterical. Send your dear WWE letters. Send your suggestions for Vince to cut the budget, and send your wrestler combinations for Raccoon Reigns to turn into tag teams the next time he's on the show to rundownwrestling@gmail.com, or give us a call. Give us a call at 206-202-6478, 206-202-6478.
Elizabeth!
206-20
Elizabeth!
Angst.
Get
Okay,
in here,
now you-
Elizabeth! It's bigger on the inside. Oh yeah!
Okay, now you just sound like the dude from Sanford and Son.
Ooh, it's bigger on the inside, man. Ooh,
It's getting
Make-
worse.
make-
It's getting worse. as
make
time
me
goes-
make me a sandwich, Elizabeth. Make me a sandwich.
It's getting worse as time goes on.
Ooh, yeah. I need a
206.
Slim Jim sandwich. Sorry, go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
206-20 Angst. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Rundown Wrestling. Go to rundown.podomatic.com to make a donation of the monetary variety if you donate at least $36. And to go to tinyurl.com/Distant Horizons and pick up at least one copy of this here chapbook of poetry by that fellow on the other end of this Google Hangout.
Hey! Ooh, yeah, poetry. It's fucking awesome.
If I stop mentioning you, will you stop doing that?
Maybe. We'll
So
see.
donate at least $36 and buy at least one copy of this book, and you will be our official listener. Go if you want to watch archived episodes of these Google Hangouts. Go to youtube.com/Rundown Podcast and circle me on Google Plus to get automatic immediate invites to these Hangouts at google.com/plus Adam Rundown host.
Yeah, circle that jerk.
Follow our blog at rundownwrestling.blogspot.com. There's not much on it, but Troy posts his quasi-weekly NXT Power Rankings. So there's that. I should.
I know all about power. Yeah.
Mega Powers. Ooh,
The
yeah.
mega powers.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I can't
I'm
do
calling
that.
you out, Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna sing a rap song about it. Remember the Macho Man's rap album?
I own
Do you
the Macho
own it?
Man's
I
rap
knew you
album.
would. I knew the second I said that you would say you
course
own
I-
that goddamn
Of course
album.
I own that album.
Oh my
Are you
God,
shitting me?
you are. Oh,
Be a man, Hulk.
oh my
Don't be
God.
scared. You run from Macho. That's what I heard. Be a man, Hogan. Don't be a punk. Search for us on iTunes under the Rundown Wrestling Podcast. If you subscribe, You get the podcast delivered to you absolutely free each and every week for $0.00.
That's free, baby.
If you cannot afford a donation of the monetary variety, donate a 5-star review on iTunes. If you leave a text review, we will read your name and your text review at the end of a future program, like these fine people.
Ooh, who is it? Is it anyone? Oh, it's no one. He's giving you the bird. The bird's
It gets
the word.
worse. It just gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
We are also on Stitcher, also under the Rundown Wrestling Podcast, also free. But you don't have to download anything but the app for your iOS or Android device, or go to Stitcher.com and listen there. You can choose from your favorites of tens of thousands of podcasts. But why would you listen to anyone other than ours?
Or Shadow Vein in like a month. Ooh, yeah. Ticket!
Macho, did it bother you when Ric Flair slept with Elizabeth? Asks Sal.
Oh, that pissed me off. Oh, I tell you what, brother, I'm gonna. Oh, that kind of sounds like Hulk Hogan now. It makes me so mad. I turn to Hulk Hogan and I rip off my shirt and I shake the ropes like the Warrior. What the fuck is going on? All right.
Andy needs to recap next week in Macho Man character, says Sal. Jamie then adds, and Adam as Warrior, book it.
Oh, yeah, bring it on, Warrior. We'll have a retirement match next week.
Sean says, Andy should read one of his poems as the Macho Man. Shall I compare?
Oh, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Oh, yeah, thou art more lovely and more temperate. Dig it! God damn it.
Sal, that's nonsense. No one has ever done a character on this show. It would be ridiculously out of place and serve no purpose but have the host to try to get himself over. Thank you, Sean. To which Sal replied, so true. And Juan Manuel Meneses Mijares says, do you read Yes? Say Juanma is the greatest.
Juanma is the greatest. Ya, 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 ya. XD.
Thanks to Tegan Brown for the logo. Thanks
Gracias.
to everyone for listening. Thanks to, okay, let me see, make sure I don't miss anybody.
Ooh, don't fuck this up, Adam.
Sean Marshall.
Sean Marshall.
Sean.
Sal.
Troy. Jamie. And Juan.
Juanma.
For their comments on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's everyone. I don't think I missed anybody. Thanks. Now, I'm not going to say thank you to you until you stop talking like the Macho Man.
I will stop.
Until I say thanks, and you'll do it again.
I'm done.
Thank you, Andrew.
You're welcome. Oh, yeah.
Worse every time. And thanks to I Fight Dragons at ifightdragons.com for the theme song. Next week!
Oh, what is it, brother?
We'll see which is worse, JR's ass or Nikki Bella. Plus, we will talk to the WWE bunny who will tell us of the glory of beating up a ginger.
Oh, my.
He did it. He did it on Raw. He beat up a ginger, which is exactly what should happen to gingers.
Oh, my God.
Especially when they look like the Wendy's chick. They should get beaten up by a bunny.
Oh, the Wendy's chick.
Goodbye, everybody.
Jacob, good night and good luck and fun. Go have a good night later.
And go have a good night and good luck.
Oh, yeah, good night. Jacob, good night. Oh, yeah. Bye. And stop. I am funny, no?
No.
XD.
No is the correct word. Oh,
it actually almost stretched out to an hour.
Yeah. Thanks, Macho Mandy.
Ooh, you are welcome. Save Project has.
Oh, God.
What rundown is this?
This is 167.
Ooh, we're almost at 200.
Welcome to the post show, everyone.
Oh, post show. Let's bring it on. Yeah.
See? Thank you. Thank you, Andy's throat, for making him stop doing that. Next week, Adam hosts solo because Andy has laryngitis.
It's okay. I'll just eat some Slim Jims and I'll be better.
I can only hope.
The Slim Jims will soothe my throat. See?
So you don't have the Macho Man's rap album?
I don't.
Actually, my friend Chris, who's called in a few times, had it and he brought it up.
Where is
once.
Chris? We need to hear from Chris.
I don't know. I think Chris was the one who sent that Hispanic
No, that was
voicemail. Was that Sal? Because it sounded a lot like Chris.
Yeah, no, that was Sal.
Oh,
God. I commented. Chris made a comment on one of our posts, and I commented on his comment saying, "Where have you been? You haven't called in a while," and he still hasn't called in. So I don't think he likes us anymore.
Oh,
I still see the sheep mask back there. That hasn't made it to its rightful recipient yet.
Yep, eventually, one day,
Yeah.
one day I'll see that man, and I'll be like, "Hey, here's your mask from January."
Here's your mask from 9 months ago.
I'll just show up with my belly, and I'll pull it out and be like,
I was gonna say, if someone was conceived on the night of the Royal Rumble, they will be born before you give him that mask.
That could be. That could be.
Sal says, "Does that mean we'll get a Raccoon Reigns appearance if you have laryngitis next week from your awful Macho Man impression?" That would be interesting. I don't know when Raccoon Reigns is up next. I
don't know. Probably whenever I am too busy with work.
He doesn't do the minor pay-per-views. He's too good.
Oh, what? See, he's just like Brock Lesnar. We have to pay him too much. The fucking douche.
You think he listen to Trash Can, for God's sakes?
Well, then he shouldn't be that expensive to get on the show.
Juan is annoyed and Jamie is disappointed, and I'm not sure why.
I'm not sure why either.
Troy says that voice should hop in the car for a long drive. Yes, Troy. Yes, it should.
It should.
Never come
It should
back.
hope in a car.
That voice should dress up as the Blue Blazer and go to the ceiling of the Kemper Arena.
Oh God! That's terrible. Why would you say that about Macho Man?
Not about Macho Man, just about your impression of Macho Man.
Macho Man is a beloved character now of the Rundown. He'll be around every once in a while.
Oh, great.
You know, I don't want to give anything away. And actually, that voice will come back when Sean's on for the next time, for sure. Because our extra guest host is actually when I made him is based on the Macho Man. So I was just kind of warming up. That's a teaser. That's a teaser for the people that actually listen to the feed.
The people who actually watch.
Do you want to? Hey, do you want another teaser? But you got to turn it off though. You got to turn the feed. I'll show you the host.
After we stop broadcasting.
After we stop broadcasting, I'll show you the host. What do you got there? Oh no, it's the other puppet. I'm telling you, all puppet show. We're gonna do an all puppet show one of these times, and it's gonna be hilarious.
I've teased that before, but I don't know if it would work because I would have to sit on the floor with my arm above me for an hour or so.
Yeah. Or no, just pan your camera over. Just all you do is pan your camera to the side. There you go.
See, it's too wide. It doesn't work. I can't get over that far.
No, pan your camera, not you.
Still, same thing.
I love it. Oh my God, it looks like you're just kind of floating. It's amazing.
See, I'm still on the side there. I can't.
I love it. Do it.
Or, like I said, the other option is to sit on the floor with my hand above me for 2 hours, and we'll see how that works. Do you remember Pets.com?
What? I'm sorry, I'm laughing at your puppeting. What.com?
Pets.com.
No, I've never been to Pets.com.
Well, it doesn't exist anymore, but there used to be a website.
Could you buy pets?
It used to be a website for pets called Pets.com, and the slogan was Pets.com because pets can't drive. And the mascot for Pets.com was a puppet dog whose name I'm not sure.
That's a weird name.
But I have a Pets.com puppet upstairs that has a microphone and may be better suited for the podcast.
You should totally do that. Oh my God. My special guest is sitting over there. He's been sitting there for like, I don't know, how many months have I been gone from that vacation? About a month?
Something like that.
2 months?
It was July 4th when we hung out. So.
Yeah, so like 2 months. Yeah.
Was Troy's joke in reference to the manner in which Macho Man died? If so, well played.
Indeed. Indeed.
Andy, how can we convince you of Brock Lesnar's greatness?
Maybe if he just left and just went to go mooch off a different company, I'd be okay with that.
Still a shot. Sal says, "All puppet show. All puppet show."
I agree.
And Rashawn says, "Raccoon Reigns does not podcast for free." Sal says, "Oh no, Sean, the moose is replacing Raccoon Reigns." I don't know what moose you're talking about. I don't see a moose. I don't know what moose you're talking about.
All right. I'm on the Skippus.
All right. On that note, then.
All puppet sow times 3.
There's no puppetry in wrestling, says Jamie. All puppet sow times 3. Thank you, Juan Manuel Meneses Mijares.
Juanma, come by next week.
Next week, the Pets.com dog hosts the Rundown. In 2 weeks, the Rundown gets taken off the air due to a lawsuit from the creators of Pets.com. I can't get my head out of the shot.
I can't see anything because you're frozen.
God damn it.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because the screen is frozen. My screen is completely frozen, but I can hear you. It's really weird. Usually I lose the audio too. Oh, I think I just lost the audio.
No, I just stopped.
No, okay. I was like, oh, I think I lost it. Nope, I'm like completely frozen. My Skype is frozen. My Google Hangout is frozen. But I can still hear you. I can still hear you.
All right. On that note, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, peoples.
As I continuously try to keep my head out of frame.
Oh, I can see you again. Yay!
I'm gonna wave. I'm gonna wave goodbye, and then we'll sign off for the night. Ready?
Okay.
Yes. Shh. Me talking, not you talking.
Okay.
Please stop it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Must you continuously ruin everything?
I do. That's what I do. I'll
Shut
be
the fuck
quiet.
up.
Okay, I'll shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, I'll shut the fuck up.